Hi Taurus, here is a general look at your solar chart for the whole of 2013. Apologies for the rough throat. I've got a bit of a cold, and consequently there's more written on my website, there's more details and dates written on my website than I'm actually going to speak out here, and also all the Mercury retrogrades are on there as well. Speaking of Mercury though, it's in Pisces for a long time, from February the 6th to April the 14th, 2013, and that means that anything to do with conferences or forums or groups of any kind, committees, clubs, are going to be really buzzing, I think, and you could be very much picking up bits of information that are interesting to you in this very innovative area of your solar chart, and sharing information with others, knowledge with others. Very, very chatty area, particularly feeling that you've got a rapport with people of like mind, very much so. And certain facts or information could be very valuable to you, but also from you to others as well. And you could have quite an influence there with what you say or write. And it is a time to be very alert to what's new on the block, because something interesting could come your way, and you could be learning useful new things. There's going to be 2 solar eclipses over 2013. The first one is on May the 9th, and it's in your sign, and that signals new beginnings for you in your personal life, for you in your personal interests, Taurus. And that can be you inside, but also your look outside as well. The second solar eclipse is in your opposite sign, Scorpio, in November the 3rd, and this means that it hints at new beginnings in close relationships, whether those are working type relationships or love relationships, family relationships. The eclipse conjuncts Saturn, which is now in your opposite sign and is not that far away from Mercury, so that means that you're going to have to take that area more seriously over the next 6 months from when the eclipse happens. And Saturn is now in mutual reception with Pluto, which means it kind of, in a neutral way, harmonizes Saturn and Pluto. You hear me speak about the way Pluto's behaving in your chart a bit later on, but it will harmonize them, but intensify them to a degree. But it's definitely not something which is negative. And the first solar eclipse, I should have said, is also going to have an effect pulsing from the day of the eclipse out over the subsequent 6 months, from May onwards. Your ruling planet, Venus, is coming into a very long transit, but right at the end of the year, through Capricorn, from November the 5th, 2013. It's going to remain there uncharacteristically until March the 6th, 2013. I say that because Venus is usually only 3 weeks in a sign, so this is a very long one, and it's a good one. It's a very supportive one for you, and could be heralding a time of abundance, connected with abroad, or those at a distance, relationship with somebody at a distance, or somebody who you bond with, or you bonded with, who has a very different take on things, and there's a kind of a dialogue going on between you. It's definitely it can definitely be bringing more abundance and flow into your life. It can even mean money, which is connected to or useful resources, which is connected to somebody at a distance, or teaming up with somebody for travel. Maybe it can be something like that. And you could be feeling more attracted to the exotic, faraway cultures as well, and have more interaction with those. And it's a very, very nice, friendly, warm, supportive vibration, this one. Mars is going to be going into Libra right at the end of the year on December the 8th, but worth a quick mention. There'll be more about this as we get nearer the time. In fact, there's more about this on my website right now. Staying there until July the 25th, 2014, 14, so that's a very long time for Mars to be in one sign of the zodiac. And this is going to dynamically activate your area of work, but also health. And it shows that you could be working harder, but also, and having to pace yourself maybe, but also any health related problems could get dealt with more swiftly than what you've had previously over the last couple of years, like slow, chronic, in some cases, health situations, or maybe somebody you've been concerned about has had a sort of chronic health situations which has altered their behaviour. So anyway, this position of Mars, now that Saturn has come out of that area and it's speeded everything up, relates to maybe health matters, and means that you should be the initiator more. You should take the law into your own hands more, or you should be taking the responsibility for preventative measures, or better exercise and diet regimes, if it is about health. And if it isn't, then developing more your own theme somewhere, playing by your own rules where work is concerned, and working on your own or in a sort of independent kind of a manner as much as you can. Now Jupiter left your sign and entered Gemini on June the 11th, 2012, and is coming out of there on June the 25th, 2013. That means good news because for you, because that's Jupiter is in your financial area until mid-year. It's also your area of property, and growth will tend to come in sort of material ways, but also through your talents. So making the most of what you have, in life, both outwardly through the veggie patch or through some kind of investment. It doesn't necessarily have to be a financial one, or inwardly through innate gifts, and how you can make more out of what you like to do, and make money out of it, make cash out of it. And so this gives you, this transit of Jupiter comes around once every 12 years, gives you the chance to do just that. And also to things of value are more likely to be coming into your life. So that inner value stuff, but also if it's to do with money or property or just possessions, but things of value coming more into your life. And take advantage of Jupiter here, make hay while the sun shines. Now, from the 25th, when Jupiter moves, you then begin a cycle of mixing and mingling over the subsequent 12 months, and being on something of a learning curve, Taurus. And definitely getting your head around a lot of new things, but also being very much in the stream of information exchange, you being the teacher, you being the student, more on a daily sort of a basis, mixing with people that you're not used to, and that can be over the wires as well. Just really enjoying that interchange there, and ready to seize fresh opportunities because of who you know, what you've picked up, what you've heard, reading between the lines, whatever it is, but also you putting out there more the word yourself, you developing speaking, writing, or another medium of self-expression. So yes, and new pathways will be carved in your mental landscape, Taurus, I've no doubt. Then Saturn, we must mention Saturn, from October the 6th, 2012, Saturn began a 2.5-year transit of your opposite sign, Scorpio. This is always, depending on your age, this is always, this is designed to test you, but to teach you as well. So if you are old enough, look back 28, 29 years to see just where you were at that point in your life before and what happened next. And if you are a bit older, you're probably going to handle this one better. So at times you're going to be extremely aware of a lack in the area of close relationships, or of things out of balance in the area of close relationships, and really and truly the nub of this one, the key to this one, I think, is coming into a better relationship with yourself. And if you come into right alignment with yourself, then everything else starts to come into focus. Not a selfish alignment with yourself, but a recognition of the best of yourself, your potential, and also an understanding that probably everybody in this world is doing the best they can through their set of associations, their perceptions, no matter what your opinion is of that. So during this transit here, there could be more compromise, or there could be gradual building through cooperation, compromise, and cultivating others, and biding your time, because nothing happens quickly with Saturn. So if you've got a particularly awkward teenager or partner, or a lack of, then slowly building up new relationships, but also maybe building a better understanding of the way you are in relationships, and maybe in some cases cleaning up your act a little bit. I mean, for some of you it will mean that certain relationships come to an end. But you will be in a process, and actually if you look back 14 years ago, you're going to be completing a process which began 14 years ago, so that might be helpful to look at that. And you Taurians born 23rd of April to the 11th of May are up to 20 degrees of Taurus rising, 21 degrees, are going to feel this vibration the most over 2013. For many years, Uranus is going to be transiting a more obscure, private part of your chart, so that there could be sudden sort of revelations that happen in your private life or within you, and you just suddenly see something that maybe was very obvious to others. Also, another way this can work is that you are involved with specialized groups who maybe aren't, who maybe work behind the scenes, or who work in a charitable way, philanthropic kind of a way, or are connected with institutions which are to do with health, education, but also healing, and also nurturing type places. They don't actually have to be institutions, and it's an innovative vibration, but it just means that you could suddenly, the light could come on over your head in a previous way of reacting and responding. You realise, you know, it's not going to get you anywhere, and you just end up the same old hole in the road. And for you artistic children of the bull, this is a very, very inspiring position of Uranus, because imagination could be working very well. And also you healers, you psychic people, your spiritual workers, Uranus here could again give you an insight into many things which you didn't know before. And now for many years Neptune has been making its influence felt in your area of career and worldly image, and making you feel rather overlooked, unappreciated at times. You've just had to be more selfless there, more humble there for many a long year. That now has moved out of there, and I can hear some of you heaving a sigh of relief, because Neptune in that rather egocentric area has meant that you've had to be less egocentric yourself and work for the common good more over this past year, over these 15 years. And now Neptune's in an area which is working better from this area, meaning that you can serve within a group or a community, or collaborate with a group of kindred spirits, or those with an interest in common, and they have a special area of interest, and you have the sense of duty to this group. And Pluto is now in Capricorn, and it continues to have a very positive impact upon your sign, Taurus, and that just means that it's bringing a deeper awareness to you and more appreciation of how others are, helping you find the thread of your own personal truth amid the myriad twists and turns of the labyrinth of life, and also distilling the essence through your mental interests, but also travel, and maybe different cultures, spirituality, and so on, and being very interested in different systems of thought as well. And any of that could have a very profound effect upon you, Taurus. And that's it for the whole of 2013 in a nutshell. And as I say, you will find other things written up on my website. And I wish you well over the festive season. I hope you have lots of fun, and I will see you the next time. See you next year.